Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting hotel review. Today we are checking out two hotels in NYC, both within Hyatt. First one is going to be the Dream Midtown here. It's in a historic building, really close to Central Park. Small lobby here, but well appointed. A number of different restaurants off of the main lobby, including Ricky's, which is sort of a sports bar vibe. They also have that little co-working space there. But the main star of the lobby is going to be the massive tropical fish tank. My 1-year-old son absolutely loved this thing. So it's cool to have, a little bit of nature here in the middle of the lobby. Definitely something you don't see in every single lobby on Earth. So much appreciated from the Dream Midtown. And then the big star here is going to be the rooftop lounge. Didn't have a chance to check that out on this trip. It's called PhD. They also have an Italian restaurant downstairs. This also acts as the globalist breakfast spot. Fishbowl was closed during our visit. Apparently it's really only used for special events. So now let's head upstairs and check out our 1-bedroom suite. I used a suite upgrade with my Hyatt globalist status here. So I got free breakfast every day and then got a very spacious room for New York standards. So it's a true 1-bedroom suite. Great for my family of 3. Some wild patterns behind the bed here. Overall, I felt like the hotel has probably seen better days. I think it kind of went for like a W vibe back in the day. But overall, really, really comfortable for our family. You just see kind of the wear and tear kind of all over the room here, and wasn't the biggest fan of the color palette, just kind of that hospital white. But overall, no complaints. Great location of the hotel too, close to a lot of subway stops. You can walk right into Central Park, just a few blocks away. One gripe I have about New York hotels is you bring a big suitcase to New York, especially on a longer trip, and there is no fitting it anywhere in these rooms. Very small bathrooms too for a suite, but we did have 2 bathrooms in this room, which is really cool. You get that a lot in different hotels around the world with Hyatt, especially when you're in a suite. But this was definitely a treat in New York City. We had a lot of friends coming in and out, so it was good to have that guest bathroom in the living room here. So same kind of wild splash of color in the living room here. Then you have a little bar area set up. No coffee machine in the room, which I thought was a little weird. And then a very custom couch, which fit a lot of people and was really great. But I think the star of the show were the 3 corner windows right there. And you can actually see a little bit of the river out the windows there. So cool to see water in New York City. Then here is the guest bath. So overall, a good stay at the Dream Midtown. I wouldn't hesitate to stay here again, especially if I was able to snag a good rate like we did and use a Sweet Night Award like we did. It's a very big room for New York City. And the view itself, nothing amazing, but, met our standards, and we were kind of out and about in the city so much that it didn't really matter too much. We switched hotels halfway through our trip just based on rates, and we stayed at the Hyatt Grand Central New York. This is the former Grand Hyatt, but it is located right inside of Grand Central Station, so an incredible location for getting around New York throughout our trip. I was a little nervous about staying here because it was really supposed to close, and I just felt like they probably hadn't put a lot of money into the hotel just to kind of stay open while they figure out what they're going to do redeveloping the property. Overall, it felt pretty much exactly the same as I've stayed before at the Grand Hyatt. You have New York Central, which is the restaurant that Globalist Breakfast is actually hosted at, even though there is a full lounge upstairs that I'll show you in a minute. But a very grand lobby, very slick looking, if a little dated. Check-in over there to the left, and then lots of seating over here to the right. And then you got some wild looking heads as art. The market is where you'll get any snacks. I don't think the food selection was very good. But heading upstairs, we had 2 different rooms here with my family. We're going to show you just the base level room that had a really nice Chrysler building view. So you had 2 double beds here, plenty of space though for you to spread out. Nice little sitting area near the window as well. And then the window itself did have a really nice Chrysler Building view that I did try to capture. They actually do host some rooftop walks where you get a really great view of the Chrysler Building, so don't sleep on that. They do have a Stay Fit at Hyatt gym. Didn't jump in there just because it was very busy that day. And then on one of the upper floors, they have the Club Lounge, which is very nice. They have evening snacks. They have a little small continental breakfast going on. Lots of to-go items for beverages as well, and an honor bar, and they even have an outdoor terrace. So I think this is a really nice club. I'm glad that they kept this open. A lot of hotels really have closed these around the world, so really fun to see that they are actually keeping this open here at the Grand Hyatt. Excuse me, the Hyatt Grand Central. Very confusing. Leaving town, we did have a chance to check out the brand new Newark American Airlines lounge. This is the second of the new design lounges that I've actually been in, the other one being in Washington, D.C. So it was cool to check this out. I love all the food options here. Lots of elevated food options. They even have like a kind of spin on their own old fashioned that's included in the lounge. You have a full coffee machine, a freestyle Coca-Cola machine. So really a lot of items here. Macaroons. Really, really good stuff. So really love this lounge. Love the feel of the place too. So we'll leave you with a few shots of that. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.